Hello, hunters, and welcome back to another episode of Bloodborne. I will be your host, Darkside, and today we are going to go finish up a little bit of questline, and then we're going to go into the Nightmare Frontier. So the last time, in my last video, we went to Forsaken Canehurst Castle, and we grabbed an item that was sitting on a desk. It was an unopened summons addressed to no one. So we're gonna follow this quest line, and the quest line has to do with Alfred, our boy Alfred, who is a member of the Healing Church. And remember, he told us he was looking for these sinister ass vile bloods, and we're gonna kind of let him do his thing, uh, so that way we continue the quest. It we're gonna allow him to do his thing, but I know what the outcome of allowing him to do his thing is, and it's not gonna really impact us in any way, shape, or form with regard to uh, our pact that we've made with the Vile Blood Queen. If you want to, you can come over here and talk to Ariana.
Hello.
I used up her blood in our
Calm
battle with
down,
Master
sir, a
Logarius.
bit.
Uh,
Practically
so
family now, aren't we?
you can talk to her and get another blood.
Though
I want you
not
to
all
understand
listen to
something
me
about
like
that though.
sheep.
You need to be careful about getting the blood from
My
her.
blood or
If you
his
notice,
own?
you see you see the nun over there in the back, Adela. She's eyeing she's eyeing us up as we have this
Oh,
conversation.
right. Come
Man, it's so creepy
closely.
too, isn't it?
I knew you'd be back for more.
Look at her. Look at her. Right over my left shoulder. You should be able to see her. Look. And then she turns away. You don't want me to see her talking to her. Man, chick's so goddamn creepy.
Is anything that you can always have or make everything? Anything you... Oh, but don't you? This will.
You can talk to this old lady here now, and she becomes fairly friendly to you as you start grabbing as you start killing more and more of these great ones and things like that. And you can kind of just keep doing this with her. I think she'll give you a total of 5 sedatives. Yeah, so she gave us a total of 5. And what I was telling you earlier was, sorry,
Renewed.
no, I'm good.
Forgive me.
Um,
Forget.
you got to be careful about getting the blood from Ariana, because if you do it 5 times in the
Safety.
course of the game after the nun arrives here, she will kill Ariana. Um, she doesn't like her at all, and she doesn't hide any of that. The fact that she doesn't like her at all either, from you, she doesn't, and she will make it known that she doesn't like her. Oh shit! So that's a bit of a change. Damn, caught me. That is a bit of a change, obviously. You miss, fucker. That's my shit right there. That's my jam. I like fucking with them like that. Um, I'll tell you, to be honest with you, the blunderbuss to me is if you are into doing the counters and so forth, is probably the best weapon in the game for that. Uh, some people might say no. I believe it is. I'm a lot more effective with it, anyways. Okay, we're gonna run past him, and we're gonna make a run to our left here because we don't want to get brain sucked by that dude over there. So be careful about it. You see him? Ah, brain sucker. And what we're doing is we're coming over here to meet our man Alfred, who gave us the lowdown on Bergenworth and the healing workshop. So,
Good to see
oh,
you
good to see you
safe.
safe.
Now, let's think up something to discuss. Just tell
Yeah,
me what piques your interest.
yeah. So if you haven't had these conversations with him, You can talk to him about the Healing Church. You can talk to him about the Bergenworth, and you could also talk to him about Wild Bloods. I've already had those conversations with him, so I'm just going to give him the unopened summons. Say yeah,
Ah,
give it to
is
him.
that the sigil of Canehurst? I've
So
heard
it
tell
is.
of Canehurst nobles and their amusingly pompous invitations. Wonderful. I thank you profusely. I will depart immediately, but first, a token of my gratitude.
He ain't lying either. So you get the Wheel Hunter's badge from him.
Ah, I feel my master's hand at work.
Yeah,
Praise the good blood. And let us cleanse these tarnished streets.
yeah. That
It
dude's
is
so
in the
fucked up,
Oni.
man.
Let us cleanse, and may the...
He's kind of fucked up in his head, to be honest with you. But we gave him that, and you know what? I always do this and forget. For some reason I don't have him equipped. Okay, let's equip these. Bold Hunter's Mark. I'm using them because I don't want to travel all the way back, and I kind of want to show you this. So immediately, as soon as you teleport away, my man Alfred over there is gonna make a trip to make a visit to our beautiful Queen Annalise. Now, how best to say this? Now, if you don't want this to happen just yet because you want to turn in blood dregs and things like that to get from Annalise, then don't do that. Don't give him the summons till later on in the game. Yeah, don't give it to him till later on in the game because otherwise you're just gonna be screwed. Um, but there's not really there's not really a reason to worry, and I'll show you guys in a minute why I'm saying that there's not a reason to worry. And I'm kind of not holding back on some of the stories and so forth like that because it's not really a spoiler, and I'm really trying to do this playthrough as if though it's not just a let's play, it's a walkthrough as well. And I think you guys probably kind of get that feel from the videos that I'll continue making, like for my Witcher. They're more let's play walkthroughs. I already know some of the stuff that's happening, but I'm trying to just play through it. Like I know what's gonna happen, but I still want to play through as if though like not that I don't know, but yeah. Oh, before we go over there, my fault. I almost forgot about that. So he gave us the Wheel Hunter's badge. You can also kill Alfred, and that is a moot point. Then and you, I don't think you still get. I think he'll still drop the Wheel Hunter's badge. But so he has this item right here, which is called the Lugarius Wheel, which interestingly enough has a 20 strength requirement. So you're definitely investing in it. A 12 skill requirement and then a 10 arcane. The wheel is the only strength based weapon in the game that actually has an S scaling on it. So it scales pretty well. I believe it's a S scaling at its max with strength, and then a D for the other two. I believe it's a D for the other two. So it really is a strength based weapon. I am going to. Do I want to do that, or do I want to just go ahead and go grab some souls? Screw it. I care. There we go. So I'm gonna pop them bottles, and I'm gonna purchase this. I want Ligarius's wheel. Now, I'm not saying that because I'm gonna plan on using it, to be honest with you. But I want it, so I want it in my inventory. So it's there. I'm happy about it. It's in my inventory. Let's take a look at it real quick. What did I? Oh, there it goes. Like I can't say I'll use it because it just looks fucking weird. Weapon wielded by Martyr Ligarius's band of executioners, used to slaughter the vile bloods in Canehurst, bathed in pools of their blood and forever steeped in their ire, transforms to release the power of the wheel and manifest their lingering rage in a show of utter brilliance. Okay, so I will at some point get around to using this. I cannot say that it will be done over the course of this game. Over the course of the story, I guess is the best way to say it. The story in this game, and as you can see from my character thing, it requires a 10 scaling, I think it is, in arcane in order for me to use. So, and I'm at 7, so that requires me 3 points of investment. And at this stage in the game where I'm at, like, 62, and it's costing me about 20,000 or so echoes in order to get to my next level, I'm not in a rush to do it. But it is the only S scaling strength in the game. Plus, I don't really like the way the weapon looks, to be honest with you. I have been able to use it before, but I don't really like the way it looks, so I'm not, bleeding to get to it. Um, Next, what we're gonna do though is we're gonna return back to the Vile Blood Queen's chamber because we got to check out what's going on over there with my man Alfred and the Queen. What's he doing to my lady? I hope he ain't got to bent over the throne. Please pay some respect, dude. Kneel. Oh,
Master, look! I've done it! I've done
yeah.
it! I've smashed and pounded and grounded this rotten siren into fleshy pink pulp!
Yeah. So this weirdo,
Filthy monstrosity! What good's your immortality now? Try stirring up trouble in this sorry state!
you can tell what he's done here.
Twisted with everything
He's
inside on the outside
utterly
for all the world to see!
destroyed the Queen. I mean, look at her. She's Dunsky. And there goes. I want you to see this. That's the Ligarius will right there. That's it. So he's got Ligarius will, and I believe that's Evelyn that he. No, that's not Evelyn that he has in his hand. But dude, just
You, is it?
he's fucked up, man.
Look at this. Thanks to you, I've done it. Well, isn't it wonderful? Now Master can be canonized as a true martyr.
It's weird. Ligarius is literally his master, like the guy that was protecting the area, that kept the Queen hidden and protecting the area. The guy that we had the hardest fight with. He was his master.
I've done it.
All right, so he gives us roar. I want you to make sure that you inspect this. And if you notice and you look really good enough, you'll notice something's riding there. And we got that queenly fresh. And notice it says it rise airily. Let's take a look at that real quick. What remains of Annalise, Blood Queen of Canehurst? This pinkish lump of flesh remains warm as if cursed. All hail the undying Queen of Blood. Duh. She's a vampire. She's not dead. It's kind of fucked up for our boy right here, though, because he thinks she's dead. He thinks he's done it. So I feel bad for him, but hey, it is what it is. So you can teleport away, and I believe you can right away make this trip over here. So we got that taken care of, and it's out the way. So let's go. I think the Cathedral Ward is the closest place that we have. Yeah, it's kind of fucked up, right? It is when you think about it, because uh we kind of facilitated that. We facilitated him killing the Vile Blood Queen Annalise, even though we don't really know that she's done anything necessarily wrong. They just aristocracy, pretty much. That's all we do know. We understand that they've been partaking in blood rituals and so forth like that, and they've been around for years. They're probably vampires, and they've probably been feeding off of people. You would assume in greater lore, but we don't know that for sure. So let's see if we can't finish out Ligarius' story. So I want you to notice now, once she gives you all those sedatives, and I didn't tell you this on purpose, she leaves, and she leaves a little note. Hold on, matter of fact, let me pull it up again so that way you can read it. Hold on, just wait a wee bit, my little dairy. And this is one of those sad turn of events right here in the game, because he's gone, and that's odd. That is odd. Our body should be on the floor right here. Okay. So maybe her body will appear later on. I'm not sure, but she is dead. She dies. Her body is literally supposed to be right here on the floor. She leaves the sanctuary of the cathedral. Like for some reason, I'm not sure what it is. Maybe it's because it's holy. That's the only thing that makes sense to us, anyways, is that it's supposed to be holy. But she left the sanctuary of the church of the spot, and because of that, she ends up dead. Like that's it. She went from being this ordinary old lady to helping us out, giving us sedatives, and now all of a sudden she's paid the ultimate price. So it is interesting.
This time's finished. God.
Man, I didn't even realize I had run low on blood vials. Oh, look at that fucker. Never even noticed him over there in the corner. We're gonna stay away from his ass. Um, it's not that these guys were not there before. They were. To be honest with you, they were there. It's just that we did not have the insight in order to see them. Uh, so our eyes are wide open now that we have gained insight. That's the best way to describe it. We've gained insight, and because due to our ability, our gain of insight, damn it, we are now able to see what we weren't able to see before. And in that sense, it's kind of like what Provost Willem said: is we see the truth now. We see the world for, or at least the dream for what it is. So interesting. So we need to come over here because this is where we're gonna finish out our story with Ligarius. I mean, with Alfred. The homeboy was so happy that he had killed the. Oh, it's the dead dude right there. Okay. He was so happy that he killed Annalise, and now he's back to the original place we seen him, where we assume that this is Ligarius's shrine, and he's dead. Dude is dead. He is Dunsky. What? What? To be honest with you, I don't know what happened, and I keep trying to find. I'm hoping that maybe uh Epic Name Bro or Vachavidya. I've brought their names up before. Maybe they know something that I don't know. Maybe I'm hoping that they see something. I don't know. But I don't know, why is he dead? Like what's the deal with that? Now it's also funny though, however, that he drops this item called Radiance, a secret symbol left by Carol, runesmith of Bergenworth. The rune for Radiance adopted by the sworn executioners under Ligarius's command. The executioners despised the impure Bloods, and no matter what the circumstances, would never cooperate with the bloodthirsty hunters who served the undead queen, Annalise. It's funny that that says that, because you would get the sense that because I'm using that rune, the Carol rune, the corruption rune, and basically I've sworn an oath with the queen, he has accepted me. Also of note is, pay attention to that symbol. It's the symbol that you see in the US on a bill on the back of it. It's the pyramid with the all-seeing eye. At least this rendition, this rune, Carol's rune of it, that looks like an eye with inside a triangle. um Radiance is showing bright something, or showing you insight into something. I'm gonna end up wanting to switch to that rune anyways. But I really want to know, did he take his life because he felt like his mission was fulfilled and now his master could truly become a martyr? Or was he on his way back here and maybe got attacked by something? or was he injured in the battle with Queen Annalise? However, whatever it is, we do know that he has paid the ultimate price for his hubris. He died. He got killed, and he didn't really accomplish his mission, which was killing the Queen of the Valbloods. We are holding on to her vile pinky flesh, and funny enough, we made a pact with her. And in our pact with her, we wanted to be able to go kill other NPCs inside the game, and we are probably going to go do so. And when we get to his to one of the great ones, the daughter Ibratas, the daughter of the Cosmos, who is quite the fucking fight, uh, we're gonna be able to bring her back to life. Yes, you heard that correctly. We are going to be able to bring her back to life. Yeah, interesting enough, right? Because it is kind of interesting that that occurs. So I wanted to kind of I wanted to finish out that quest line so that way you guys can see it because it does bring it brings his story, Ligarius' full circle, and the reason why we went to Forsaken Canehurst Castle full circle. So it was kind of important to show that bit of the story. Not to mention we grabbed Ligarius' will, and I wanted for anyone who wanted to see it. Now you see it. This is the means by which we I don't think that I forgot to check, but I don't think that the wheel gives us any access to any other equipment, but it might. And yes, it did, and I totally missed out on that. So we can, I apologize about that. So we have that weird ass helmet that he was using. The gold is called the gold Ardio. The odd helmet worn by the band of the executioners commanded by the martyr Ligarius. The conical gold helmet, symbol of the executioners, represents luminosity, ambition, and an unflagging resolve to face impurity, staring it down with stern, golden spirit. As the great Ligarius once said, acts of goodness are not always wise, and acts of evil are not always foolish, but regardless, we shall always strive to be good. So it's, excuse me. No, why did you go away? Is it interesting that that was the symbol of it, along with the wheel and our rune is these act of brilliance. It's supposed to be shining light on the vile, the good or the bad path that you choose. All it is meant to do that. But I guess it's kind of funny because you kind of think about it, and the dude was sitting there. His master was defending the queen, and he, he ends up dying to kill the queen, and we killed his master. He doesn't even know. He's none the wiser about it. I mean, that's funny. That's fucking hilarious, man. This is to me, anyways. I might be sick and twisted because I find it hilarious, but it's an interesting piece of lore. I'll probably be watching batch of videos. Prepare to Cry series. Maybe he's gonna give me something to tell me about Ligarius and Alfred and why Alfred ended up dead at that part. But either way it happened, and we've made it full circle with his story, and I'm glad I got to bring that to you guys. I wanted to kind of get into the frontier, the Nightmare Frontier at this point, but I think the video's kind of been going on long enough. So we're gonna stop here, and the next time we get together, we will proceed to the Nightmare Frontier. Thank you guys. Until next time.